From then on, Todd spends his time with Sandra, learning to do basic everyday chores. Sandra uses this time to teach him about the colony. This little town wasn't always here. The people were on their own ship traveling until the ship broke down and they crash landed here. It happened 3 years ago and help never came, but Sandra doesn't mind because nobody bothers them here and they live in peace. Meanwhile, Malcolm reveals he has been watching the Arcadia system and wants to set up monitoring stations there. He also wants to send out his new soldiers to patrol. If there are any refugees or minors, they will be officially classifiable as hostiles, which Church doesn't approve of. Back in Arcadia, Sandra is taking care of the gardening and shocks Todd by teaching him how to plant a sprout. Suddenly a snake comes closer and Sandra immediately kills it, explaining they can be dangerous. One bit Nathan once and he was sick for a long time. He is better now, but he can't talk because of it. Sometime later, Todd goes out with the men to salvage things from the trash. Because of the weather, they all keep chains connected to their belts not to get lost. Unfortunately, a really strong sandstorm hits the area then, and a man gets trapped in the wind. The guys start pulling at the chain before their friend is blown away into an old machine, but they aren't strong enough to defeat the wind. At that moment, Todd joins in and begins pulling at the chain, his strength alone enough to save the man from the storm. During the struggle, someone drops a weapon and Todd picks it up, but the men immediately ask for it back while thanking him for his help. A ship flies above them and Todd gets curious, but Itis explained that the dumper ships just drop garbage and leave without making contact. Days pass and Todd gets used to life in the colony, working with the men salvaging the trash and with Sandra on the chores. One evening, Todd's so distracted by watching Sandra that he accidentally cuts his finger and he doesn't even notice the pain until Sandra takes care of the wound. She wonders what soldier life is like, and Todd explains he's always under discipline, which makes her hug him for comfort. When Christmas time comes, the colony throws a huge party. Todd's doing well until some crackers go off and Todd mistakes them for gunshots. This triggers his PTSD and he begins having flashbacks of all the horrible training he went through. Fearing what he may do, Todd goes to hide on the roof and watches the party from afar. The next day, Todd tries to keep down his violent training by punching a bag. However, this continues to bring back lots of brutal memories filled with death and destruction, including the time he had to kill a child. At that moment, a man comes closer to give Todd a gift, but Todd is still caught in his memories and can only see an enemy, so he pushes the man down by the throat. He almost kills him by throwing him inside a machine, but luckily he snaps out of it just in time and realizes lots of people are watching. Now everyone's getting wary of him again, especially when he keeps punching the bag until his hands bleed. This brings up another memory of him being in the classroom and beating up a fellow kid as his teacher reminded him he mustn't have mercy. Sometime later, Todd wakes up to find Nathan nearby, showing him that he solved a puzzle.